Hello, welcome to Wellness by Degrees. Today we're going to be doing a weighted chair yoga class. So if you have some weights, grab those. If not, you could grab water bottles, cans, just something that you can hold on to that gives us a little bit of resistance. Let's get started. So to start out, sit nice and tall. You want to be 4 to 6 inches from the back of the chair. Roll the shoulders back. Press the feet evenly into the ground. You can have the weights in your hands. Just have palms facing down, wrapped around the weights. We're going to move through a flow here. If at any time you feel unsteady, you're welcome to put one of the weights down and use one hand to support you on the chair. Other than that, we're going to try to keep both hands moving and with the weights. So begin by having a slight tuck in the chin. Eyes can be opened or closed. And begin to breathe. Just bring in awareness to your natural breath. Is it deep or shallow? Are the inhales and exhales even or uneven? Are you breathing through the mouth or the nose? Just observe for a moment where you're at. And once you've begun to be aware of your own breathing, begin to try to bring the breath through the nose, closing the mouth if possible. Trying to lengthen out the inhales and exhales. Breathing into the back of the throat. Opening up the whole rib cage, the top, middle, and bottom. And then allowing it to close again as you breathe out. On the next inhale, bring the head up. Opening the eyes if the eyes have been closed. And exhale. Inhale. Bring the right arm up, palm facing down. And exhale, allow it to come back down to the leg. Inhale the left. And exhale back down. Let's inhale both up. And exhale, bring the arms back down. On the next inhale, we're bringing the left arm up, or right arm up, and then let's start to lift the left leg up. Take a couple breaths here, holding, allowing the muscle in the arm and the leg to activate. And then exhale, bring the leg down first, and then the arm will follow. Moving to the other side. The arm comes up first. And then the leg follows, staying here while continuing to breathe for 1, 2, 3, and let the leg come down and let the arm come down. Great, bring both arms up and exhale. Bring both legs up, keeping the arms where they're at. And take a couple deep breaths here. Trying to sit up nice and tall still, not slouching back in the chair. It's okay if the feet are only a couple inches off the ground. We're just working from where we're at. And exhale, bring the legs down and bring the arms down. Moving the arms to either side, we're going to bring them out and then drop them down facing palms in. On the inhale, bring the arms straight up. You can come to shoulder height, or you can continue to travel up above the head. We're trying to keep the elbows straight, but it's okay if you have a slight bend here. And exhale, working the arms back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, coming up to wherever your arms go. Again, if you come above the head, it's okay if the elbows bend slightly. And exhale, back down. Going out to the sides. Inhale, bring the arms up. This time we're only going to shoulder height. And exhale down. Inhale, rising back up. And exhale down. Okay, ready for the tricky one? Inhale, come up. From here, we're going to flip the palms up. And it's okay if you bend. Actually, let's all bend at the elbows. So let's bend at the elbows, bringing the hands in. And exhale. Bring them down. Turn the palms down and relax the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, the arms rise up. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Let's bend at the elbows. Release. Turn the palms down and come all the way down. Great job. From here, keeping the arms down, let's start to walk the legs out to either side. It's okay if it's a slight open or a little bit wider. You can come to wherever you want. Bring the hands to the knees. And we're going to hinge forward, just to wherever you're comfortable. And we're going to lean. Let's start on the right side. Let's lean the right shoulder in and look to the left. And then come up and lean the opposite shoulder in, looking to the right. Let's move through a couple of those, going at your own pace, connecting breath to movement. We're trying to hinge at the hips, not fold at the rib cage. So we're trying to keep the back nice and long still. Just kind of doing a slight twist, working the abs a little bit, working a little bit of flexibility into the hips. Okay, wherever you are, do one or two more, and then come up to a nice seated position and walk those legs back in. Regain your chair pose, making sure that you're engaging through the legs, pressing through the soles of the feet. Your shoulders are rolled back, you're nice and tall. Nothing's tweaked or aching. Make sure that your body feels in a state of rest here, active rest. From here, we're going to keep the hands on the legs and move into a cat-cow. So on the inhale, we're going to arch through the spine, maybe lifting the gaze slightly, and exhale, begin to round, looking down towards the pelvis, tucking the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Again, move at your own pace. Make sure that you get that full range of motion for your body, whatever it is. If there's a spot that's comfortable, you're welcome to stop there for a moment and hold it for a couple breaths. Just keeping the breath going throughout the whole motion. And once you've had a chance to finish both the cat and cow, begin to return to a tall seated position, and we're going to start to lean over to the right, both hands coming over, and that might just be resting the right hand back and the left hand forward on the right leg, or it might be bringing the weights to the side of the body and getting a deeper twist in. Hold in that twist for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, come back to center, and move over to the other side. So left hand draws back, right hand comes forward. You might stay here, or you might go deeper by bringing both weights to the outside of that leg, twisting to the side of the room, and taking 3 full breaths. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more. Inhale, back to center. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's have the hands fall to either side. Now from here, we're going to move into a little bit more balance. So if you get uncomfortable at any phase in this, you're welcome to set down one of your weights and hold the back of your chair. So we're gonna walk our feet over, trying to keep the weights in both hands until we're on the right side. We're going to bring the left hip off the chair slightly, and we're moving into a warrior one. So make sure that your right foot is nice and steady, and then start to walk that left foot back. Your warrior one might be here, the knee might be facing down and the heel up, or you might stretch that back leg all the way out so that it straightens. You're welcome to keep the arms down, or you can start to lift the weights out in front of you, palms facing in, or even above the head, palms facing in. Let's breathe here for a moment, drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Trying to stay engaged through the feet, staying at your level of balance and flexibility. This is meant to be challenging but not impossible, so do what your body needs in order to find the pose and find your strength. And exhale, let's bring the weights down first from wherever we are, and then let's turn towards the chair so that we can walk that foot back in. From here, let's come all the way over to the other side, walking the feet around. Drop that right leg slightly off the chair. Make sure that you're in a nice balanced pose. You might be leaning slightly in towards the chair to get that balance as you set up. And then let's start to walk this foot back. Again, this might be your warrior one for the legs. You might be further back with knee pointing down and heel pointing up, or you might reach all the way back, straightening that leg out. From here, the hands are either down, you're grabbing grabbing the back of the chair with one hand, or you might start to work the hands up in front of you, turn them in towards each other, and come all the way above the head. Any of those is acceptable. Okay, and begin to breathe. And you're welcome to adjust the pose at any time if it's not working for you. Nice strong hands, nice long arms. The gaze rests gently ahead. Okay, exhale, let's let the arms come down and slowly walk the leg back in. Walking back to the front, returning to mountain pose. Okay, so drop the hands down by the sides. Let's just let them relax for a moment. You might swing them back and forth gently. You might turn the wrists a little bit, getting some back and forth movement in the arms. And from here, we're going to do some standing. So prepare first by hinging forward, bringing the weights slightly out in front of you. Now you can keep them down by your sides, or you can lift them forward as you stand. So plant the feet evenly into the ground. We're going to lean forward to stand up, and we're going to come into a chair pose. So we're not standing all the way up, we're just standing halfway up. Weights can be down by the sides or out in front of us. Take a couple of breaths here. You can look down towards the ground, or you can look forward. And on the exhale, we're actually going to stand all the way up. Take an inhale and an exhale. Another inhale and exhale. And let's sit back down. So if you were lifting the arms before, let's lift them again as we come into chair pose. We're holding here for a moment if we can, or you can sit down and activate only the arms. And then everyone, let's drop the arms down, sit all the way back in the chair. Great job. We'll do that again in a more fluid motion. So we won't be holding it, we'll just be moving into the chair pose, holding that into a standing pose, and then back down. The hands will move with us. So inhale, lean forward. and exhale. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale. Inhale, go back to seated, halfway, and exhale. Inhale, let's come all the way down. And a couple more times, moving at your own pace. Just make sure that you find each of the poses. So leaning forward first, coming into the chair pose, standing all the way up, leaning back and holding, coming all the way down. Do that a couple more times, connecting breath to movement on your own. Let's do one more. Good job. From here, let's set the weights down. So hinge forward, allowing the weights to come down, and maybe set them in front of your feet, just a little bit. There we go. We're gonna set the hands down, maybe scoot back a little bit in your chair, and we're going to bring the feet on top of our weights. So we want them right in the middle of the sole of our foot, between our heel and the front of our foot. We're just gonna rock back and forth. So as one foot goes forward, the other goes back. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. We're just rolling through the feet with the weights. Now we're going to start to add the arms in. And this is more of a brain exercise than it is a physical exercise. So drop the arms down. And as the right foot goes out, the left arm will come up. And then we'll switch. So left foot, right arm. So you're doing the opposite arm, continuing to breathe, and moving at your own pace, connecting the forward motion with the inhale and dropping back with the exhale. Great job. Bring both hands down and bring both feet back together. You can step off your weights. Let's hinge forward and pick them back up. Scoot back into the chair so that your back can rest on the backrest. We're still trying to be tall in the chair, so maybe just the shoulders touch and we're tilting back slightly. But allow your body to start to relax. Allow the muscles to relax. The legs might fall out slightly if that's comfortable for you. The weights just sit on top of the legs, or if you want, they can drop down by your sides. Close the eyes. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow the muscles to relax. Allow the mind to still. Be aware of the sensations you feel, of the sounds you hear around you, of your thoughts. Allow everything to flow. Don't focus in on one thing in particular. If you feel any tension, focus at that area for just a moment. On the inhale, focus, and on the exhale, relax that part of the body. You might let the head tilt down slightly. You might set down the weights if that's more comfortable for you. Taking a couple more restful breaths here. And then finally, if the eyes are closed, let them open. Begin to move back into your mountain pose. If you haven't set the weights down yet, you're welcome to do that now. Bring hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this practice, like and subscribe. I look forward to the coming year, and we'll see you next time.